Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another MatchBattlers video. So, this is an update about the classes and all that good. And actually, I've been thinking of the rules for a second game mode. So, with that being said, we should just get started right into this video. So, first things first. I tested most of the classes. I didn't test 2 of them. There's 6 total right now. And actually, these are the 2 I did not test. But yeah, I just made a bigger mess. Don't do what I did. So, where do I start? Well, first, I tested them. How proud am I of, did they work well? Did it go according to plan? Yes, it did. Actually, it's better than I thought, which is great. So, that being said, I got a lot of things to show. So, first of all, out of these 6 classes, the Sorcerer and the Disciple I did not test. I did do some changes to the Sorcerer because I wanted to change its first effect, and then the second one I kind of like buffed a little bit, and then Disciple I didn't even touch. So we're not going to be counting those 2, but we're going to be using these other 4 because I actually tested these ones. So first of all, they're actually all pretty balanced. I mean, the Rogue was a bit strong. The Warrior was a bit strong. The Marksman was actually a bit weak. This one I actually had the buff. That one was pretty weak. And the tank was beyond strong. So, yeah. So, between these classes, the best is the tank. And then it goes the Rogue, then the Warrior, then the Marksman. As of right now. But I am balancing them. I'm going to buff the Marksman and nerf the tank and all that stuff. So, they are balanced. I think they are now, though, because I did do changes. As you can see, there's some writing on all the cards. So, I feel like it's fine now. But, I'm going to be basically telling you about what some of the test battles that I did. And I'm going to be showing you basically my experience. So, these were... No, they're not. Yes, they are. These are all the battlers that I used for the testing. I think there's 5 here. Yeah, there's 5. And there's no 2-point battler. But... I did use these. So, what I wanted to do, the first thing I did was I did a Pirate Knight with a Marksman class against a naked Zargarador. Yeah, he's naked. Kids, close your eyes. That's all I did. So, a Zargarador without a class against... okay, so Zargarador is a 5-point battler, which is the strongest battler in the game. It's like the strongest type. And Pirate Knight is a 1-point battler, which is the weakest type. So, basically, if you were to do this... Oh my god. If you were to do this fight, Zargarador is winning every day of the week. Unless you're just unbelievably unlucky. But, I don't know why I'm hiding it. If you do this... If you have a Marksman Pirate Knight against a Zargarador, then it changes things up. Because I did the fight, and it was crazy close. So, here's the behind the scenes. A little bit of high technology here. It's called pen and paper. Except the pen is also known as a pencil. Anyway, so, moving on. This was Zargarador, and this was Pirate Knight. So, as you can see... there is a health for each class, so the Marksman has 30 health, and the base health, when it goes to the classes, like the second game mode of MatchBattlers, the base health is 40, because it goes 30, 40, 50, and 40 is the middle, so if you're going to be playing a normal, use 40, it's basically the go-to health. So because Zargarador doesn't have a class, but he needs health, I gave him 40, because, I just said it's the most basic one. So, basically, this was all I did. So, as you can see, was it Marksman? Yeah, it was. Alright, I thought it wasn't Marksman for a second. I thought it was the Rogue class, but I was like, wait, no, I did use the Marksman. Anyway, my bad. So, Zargarador went from 40 to 38, so he only took 2 damage the first hit. But then, look at right here. He went from 31 health to 9. So, I don't even know what happened. I guess Pirate Knight just got a giant attack, And because, you know, I was using these dice right here. These were blessed by the gods, by the tyrants themselves. So, pretty cool dice. So, what am I talking about? So, 31-9. I don't even know how much that is. I don't feel like doing the math. It's late. The mouth. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's late because, you know, I'm talking like crazy. So, yeah, Zargarador went from 31 health to 9 in a single hit, which is crazy. And especially from a 1-point battler. And then, this was Pyre Knight's health. He went from 30 to 28, so they both, you know, they both slapped each other in the beginning. But then he went to 11. So that's a big hit from Zargarador right there. And then he went down to 6, and then oh my god, he lost. He got killed. So, but just look at this. The weakest battler brought the strongest down to 3. I mean, yeah, okay, he did have a class, you know, he did have a little bit of a handicap, you know, but still, I mean, that's kind of impressive. It just shows how powerful classes are. So, yeah, if you have the weakest battler plus a class, it's pretty much even to the strongest form battler. So, but if you look off of that fight, if you think, you know, it was pretty even, right? A Marksman Pirate Knight is basically equal to a 5-point Zargarador. But if you do this, normally, what meets the eye, Zargarador is sending him to the Shadow Realm, Yu-Gi-Oh! Style. But I actually did not do that fight. I should do that fight. I didn't. What I did instead was, I believe I did this. Where's he at? Where's the big boy? So yeah, we did George, the handsome feller, against Zargarador. Oh, I forgot to show the class, my bad. So yeah, we did do a rogue George, because, you know, he is George the Rogue, against a tank Zargarador. I did do that, and this was the fight. So I forgot that the tank is 50 health, so I changed it later on. That's a 3, so basically he was at 25, and I upped it to 35 because he should have had 10 more health. Hopefully you can even see this. So, yeah, he went from 50 to 35, to 31, to 18, that's a big hit, to 13, to 19, and then to 14. If you're wondering how he went to 19, it's because of treasuries. I didn't play with treasuries the first game. That's a big thing. I did not play with, I forgot to mention this. So, treasuries are in the second game mode because the point values have to be added, or else you would just use a 5-point battler all the time. Treasuries are in. So, if George hit Zargarador, he would get 5 gold, and gold is used to purchase these. And as you can tell, you could probably already see, if Zargarador hits George, he can only get these 3, while if George hits him, he can get, like, everything here. He can get up to the really strong ones. So, playing with treasuries is super important, because if you don't, then it's rigged, because the stronger battler has a higher chance of winning. But with treasuries, it's even. So, I can't breathe. So basically what I'm saying was, this first match, you know, the Marksman Pirate Knight against the Naked Zargarador, I didn't play with treasuries, so technically the Pirate Knight should have actually destroyed Zargarador. But yeah, anybody, I always say that. I literally said it in my last video. So yeah, he healed. He used the heal pod. This one right here, heals 7 health to a battler. I actually buffed it. It used to be 6, but now it's 7. That's why he only went up 6. But anyway. Then this was George's health, because he has 30, because he's the rogue class, as you can see. He went from 30 to 25, to 14, to 11, to 17, because he healed. But then check this out. Then he went to 7, and then he went to 1. Yeah, that was pretty scary. And then he went to 11, then he went to 3, and then he died. He did lose against Zargarador. So, it seems like Zargarador kind of destroyed him, but 50 to 14, that's pretty big. So, George definitely did work on Zargarador, and he could have won, because he is a rogue class. The rogue does add the most amount of power, as you can see, plus 6. This ability adds 2, and this ability adds 2. So, in total, this can add 10 power to the battler's attack. So, and also another thing, it minuses 4 power to an enemy's next attack, so yeah, this effect did not activate at all. That's why I buffed it, because it was like impossible to activate. That's why I buffed it. But it never activated at all. So our Gyarados was just going around it. He literally hit George with 11 damage, and I was like, come on, dude. Like, just one more and that effect would have been on, and I can actually see if it's good or not. But nope, our Gyarados is being a pain. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But, what was I talking about? Oh, he almost beat him. And I started the treasuries late that game. So George should have had like 10 gold, and he should have had 3. But then I started it late. So George technically missed out on a few boosts, and he definitely could have won because of those boosts. So kind of my fault. And then the third game, because there's actually a third one on here, I did this. I did a completely different fight, because our Gyarados so far, this is so far undefeated. But I did this. So what did I do? I did on the floor. I did Nightmare. I did a Rogue Nightmare against a Warrior Heavy Armor Knight, because I felt like that fit him pretty well. And this was the fight. So, oh yeah, so Nightmare had 30 health and he had 40. So he actually had a little bit of upper hand when it goes to health. Let me just like lower the brightness. So Nightmare went from 30 to 21 to 11 to 17 to 3. And the left side is the gold. He basically he had 3 gold, then 6, then he spent it, went down to 3, spent it again, 0. That was a +5. That was just for me to remember. And then he went back up to 3 gold. And then Heavy Armor Knight went from 40 to 31 to 18. So he took a big hit right there. That's 13 damage. That's a big hit. Then he went down to 4, and then he died. So, yeah, then he died. So, Heavy Armor Knight did lose against Nightmare. But, as you can see, it was a crazy close match. I also just realized, I guess 3 is like the final bit of health you can have in this game, because, you know, Gyarados and Nightmare are both winning games at 3 health. I mean, they are both tyrants, so, I mean, what are you going to say? But yeah, so that was the fight between them. So far, the people, at least the people I want to win are losing, and the people that I don't want to win are winning, because I want people to beat these tyrants, but they can't. So, I am going to do a Marksman Pirate Knight against Nightmare and Gyarados tomorrow, and he's going to beat him. I just know he is. Pirate Knight does not let me down. He is an entire sea in Sail the Seas, so you know he has to win. So yeah, but that was the fight. So let me tell you a little bit about the rules, and we'll go on to the treasuries real quick. So the first thing about the rules, it's actually so much simpler than the first game mode, and it's played by a 1v1. Now you can play up to 4 people. I think the best is playing with 3 players. If you have 3 people, each with 1 battler, that's like the peak right there. That has got to be so good. So, let me show you basically what I did. So, of course, you need 3 dice. It's MatchBattlers. But what you need is that you need a battler, which we're picking Heavy Armor Knight. You know, he's a handsome feller. And then we're going in with Warrior class, which actually the Warrior class is really cool. Oh, yeah, I don't think I said this. I made a bunch of changes to the classes. I basically just put buffs and nerfs on them as I played, so yeah, I am testing them. You know, there's, I guess, proof. I mean, you know, what am I even talking about? So yeah, the Warrior class, which is actually a pretty fun class. I like the streaks, or like the combos it gets. It's pretty cool. So I did this. This is how it was like set up basically. So a Rogue Nightmare against a Warrior Heavy Armor Knight. And then I would roll whoever goes first, and I would basically just start the game. That's what I did. So, this is a 1v1. But, there's a little bit of a catch. So first, so far, battler effects are in this game mode. If you don't know what a battler, you probably should know what a battler effect is, but if you don't know what a battler effect is, it's basically if a battler doesn't attack, it gets a free effect from a battler effect card. And it basically can add power, defense, or whatever. I don't actually know if I'm going to include battle effects in the second game mode, because player abilities, the spell cards of MatchBattlers, are not in the second game mode. They just don't fit in it. So what I was thinking is, well, if player abilities aren't in it, battle effects probably shouldn't be in it either, because it's kind of annoying with them. So I am going to test the next games. Like I said, Pirate Knight against Zargarador. I'm going to do that rematch. I'm not going to be using battle effects, and I'm just going to be using these treasuries. Because the treasuries is basically the effects. Well, these are the effects, but basically this is kind of like the spells of the second game mode of MatchBattlers. So, but before I get into the treasuries, basically how it's played is exactly how you would think. You roll goes first, then you basically start rolling, and you start attacking. The combat is the same way. The only difference is that, where's the other four? There it is. All threes don't exist in the second game mode. Because the health is different, it doesn't exist. I got like all threes during the fights, which is actually pretty rare, because this is definitely rare. Darn, I was actually really close. Anyway, so yeah, I got 3 of them literally got 3 of these during all the fights. But yeah, if you did get 3 4s in the second game mode, that's 12 power. It wouldn't be like infinite like it is in the first one, just because, you can't really do that in this one. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. Another thing is that because it's a 1v1 and you're only rolling for one battler, each battler can actually attack twice each turn. So basically, you can roll for Heavy Armor Knight. If he doesn't get, I can't speak. If he doesn't get anything, you have a second roll. You basically have 2 turns. It goes your turn, then your second turn, and then it moves on to their first turn, then their second turn, and then it goes back. This is mainly because it's mostly luck, and if you get a bad roll all the time, then, And plus, when you're defending, it's kind of similar to like attacking. If you beat them during on your defense, your battler gains power to its next attack, so defending actually isn't even that bad. In fact, it's kind of better in some ways, so. But yeah, that's basically how this works. And then the only other difference is that points are referred to as gold. So far, I don't know if actually I'm going to change that or not. I might change it to energy, because in the first game mode it's called energy. So I might make it energy. That kind of makes more sense. I might change the name of this and make it energy or something. But yeah, so there's that. And the rest is pretty much self-explanatory. The health, if Heavy Armor Knight gets 30 and he gets 20 on defense, he takes 10 damage. It's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, then we go on to the treasuries, which this is, the treasuries. This is an awesome card. So this basically is a little bit different from anything else in the first game mode of MatchBattlers, because if Heavy Armor Knight hits Nightmare, I get 4 gold, or energy. I might rename it. I'm not really too sure. So, whatever. I get 4 gold. It's called gold here. So, I get 4 gold. And, yeah. I can use this for whatever I want on here. So, you can just read that. Basically, it's just super basic effects. It's literally the battle effects, just in gold form. That's why I'm thinking of making it where there is no battle effects or player abilities in the second game mode. Just because you have this. So, but yeah. I did think of something else. Basically, where you mix potions to make other ones, but I don't think I'm actually going to do it. But, yeah. See, look at this one. The Healing Aura, 5 gold, heal 12 health to the battler. And then Heal Pod, 3 gold, heal 7 health to the battler. So, yeah, you can heal your battler using the Heal Pod and the Healing Aura. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I have so far for this game mode. But I gotta say, between the first game mode of MatchBattlers and the MatchBattlers with classes, this one I think is honestly better. I enjoy this one more. I think just the classes in MatchBattlers, I think it's just like way more cooler. Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy this more than the other one, and I feel like it would be best played with 3 people, like at the same time. I feel like that would be really good. So yeah, I am going to be testing this a bit more, finishing the rules and everything. And then actually, once I do that, I can make a rule video how to play this, which, I mean, literally, that should be like 7 minutes. Maybe. Really quick. And then, you know, I can play some of you guys in untap with this and all that good stuff, because, you know, I don't really know. I mean, my Discord servers has kind of been dead lately, I'm not gonna lie, but kind of understandable. I've kind of like slowed down on MatchBattlers and everything, but now with this new game mode, I mean, it's pretty much almost finished. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm not gonna say it's 100% finished now, but I don't know. I think there's too much more to add to it, I guess. But you know, I'll think about it. I'll keep on looking into other stuff, what I can do for it. But so far, the way I'm playing it is pretty much done. So I'll make a video of how to do the second game mode, basically, you know, just the easy way, just how I'm doing it, and then you can play with other people on Untap. So why not? While I think of like other ways or other things I can add into this, so because it's basically just a ton of different game modes. That's all it really is. But yeah, it's pretty fun. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. So like, comment, subscribe to see more. Comment what you guys think about this. Hopefully I can make a battle video soon or whatever. But yeah, comment okay, if you know Match Battlers, comment which battle. You know, maybe we'll just use these ones because I feel like not many people are gonna remember. So between these battlers, what in the world? Which battler are you gonna use, and what class are you going to use? The warrior, the marksman, the tank, the rogue, the scorer, no, I'm kidding, the sorcerer, the kipple, I'm kidding, it's the disciple, or, no, you can't be that. So yeah,